Hi, very good morning to all of you. So I'm happy to share this session on Moodle as an effective learning management system. So many of us having ideology like Moodle, working with Moodle is little bit difficult and it is having so much of complex operations like, but this session will clear you like so what are the easiest way to work with Moodle and what are the expressive options Moodle has and in which way it is going to useful for faculty as well as the students. There are so many learning management systems are available. For example, even we are living in the era of Google. This Google is providing a very good option for Google Classroom, but it's having its own unique features. But Moodle, why people are entering on Moodle? Moodle is having its own unique features. So, for example, you can schedule a proper course material for the student community, and you can host any online examinations. You can give any assignments, and you can have a very good discussion forum, and you can apply so much of technology by using this model. So that's why even amateur is giving that much importance on creating course content using open source software. In that category of FOSS, this Moodle is playing a vital role with respect to effective learning management system for the users as well as the faculty. So now I'm going to explore you a little bit on what is the basic background of Moodle and in which way it serves to the user community. And we are going to see in detail like how to work with Google, how to work with Moodle, and what are the user-friendly options Moodle has in different perspective. In the faculty dashboard, what are the options we have in Moodle? In the student perspective, what are the options we have in Moodle? Both we are going to see right now. And this first slide gives you a sort of snapshot regarding the overview of Moodle. Like I have used some different presentation like power presentation. You are able to see what is the numbers. I think this you may thought that what is this number, but this numbers has certain values, certain options. It's regarding to Moodle exactly. The Moodle has been used with four different sectors which are all very much useful for the human resource development, and it is used in 17 technologies and nine unique features this Moodle has. Moodle has been used by 17 languages and 235 countries are using Moodle for their learning platform. Exclusively, India has 734 sites in Moodle alone. And overall, we have 64,385 sites in Moodle with respect to learning. And we have around 47 lakhs courses we have in Moodle. And why we need to use Moodle? There is a basic question normally people will ask you because they are having so many other open source platforms. Why you are insisting on Moodle? So we have, in order to meet the challenges of today's information overload, we need to create a proper course content for the students. For that, you have to use some prompt tool which is going to answer the user and to enrich the technology-based learning. Still, we cannot totally believe on only traditional first learning like chalk and talk method. We need to go for the next level ICT development teaching. That is what we are doing right now. So to enrich the technology-based learning, Moodle plays a vital role. So in which way we are going to see an and also to handle all aspects of learning process can be done. Not only sharing the learning material, it also helps to conduct any quizzes, assignments, and you can discuss online. You don't need to present physically in a space, so you can discuss from your desktop itself, which when you are in remote also, and to enhance the teaching with online supplementary activities is also possible. And also to provide the students with a link to the websites which are all relevant information for the particular topic that can also be discussed. And also to make the students pre-planned with their courses. That can also be done actually. And what is technology is running behind Moodle, that also you should be very clear. So whenever you are learning any open source software, any technology, you should know the basic backend in which it runs it. So basically, Moodle is open source software that we are all very much aware, where you can upload your courses. It is comes under the category of course management system. It helps to upload your courses to learn in different perspectives. Basically, it runs in a LAMP technology or WAMP technology. LAMP is nothing but Linux as operating system, Apache is a server, MySQL is a database, and PHP is a programming language. If it is a WAMP, the operating system may change, like instead of Linux, it may be in Windows, that's it. So it runs in all operating systems. So it runs in this technology only that we should have. And it also requires local online hosting server. In case of Google Classroom, what happens? Google Cloud, you are able to upload your courses or learning material in the Google Cloud itself. But for Moodle, you have to host your material or learning content in the online local hosting server to share the content. And also new courses of module and regular update can be provided by the active developer community to create the user in a vibrant level and also have an online discussion forum, and you can network all the like-minded people for a particular course. And this Moodle has a unique attributes. For example, Moodle, by using Moodle, you can submit the assignment, you can have a discussion forum, you can download the files or you can upload the files, and you can take in a different perspective, like in faculty perspective, how this Moodle is work effectively, and the perspective of student, how Moodle works out. With the perspective of faculty is able to share their learning content, and faculty can give the grading for students after they have done their assignments or quiz questions, and they can send the instant messages, and they can block the online calendar facilities available. You can share the online news and announcement about your courses and your activity, and also you can do online quizzes. And Moodle is having another add-on option called mobile app. So now people are totally relying with their mobile devices. In that context, this mobile app facility is very much useful for the students to take courses by using their mobile itself. And this is the Moodle homepage. So how it works, that you can go here. Moodle is open source software. Once again, you can download the Moodle version and you can install it in your desktop. And there are some examples. There are so many higher education institutions are using Moodle for their e-learning platform. So here from India, I can take one example like Anna University. Anna University is using Moodle for their e-learning purpose. So this is an example here. And international level, I just want to show one more example. Like even Stanford University is using Stanford for their Moodle as a learning management system. So that also is clear here. And library is need to play a different role, like they can provide with the relevant resources to the faculty as well as the students. So it bridges the gap between the faculty towards the library and also the student towards the library. We are able to provide the right resource at right time to the right user. For that, library is now changing their role, like e-learning is changing role as a course developer, content creator, and e-learning facilitator. So in that way, for this Moodle, library professionals are able to play a vital role to develop the content in an effective way. And also they can create a hyperlink towards the e-courses, and it can be accessed in a common platform. That collection development can be done in an effective way, and also that can be integrated with the web portal. And e-literacy programs can be developed by using this Moodle. For that, library is playing a vital role and significant phenomenon in the current scenario. And the new trend of learning, I think all those who are practicing right now and experiencing, like Google Class. Google Class is another platform where you can imagine the feeling of seeing the tutor right in front of your eyes. And Google Fiber, watching the content in a high resolution, and virtual reality as what we are doing right now, an environment which would simulate the physical nature of growth. That's what happening. And here I just want to give some sort of five top five e-learning websites like Coursera, Udacity, Udemy, edX, Duolingo. Now I am going to explain you in detail like how this Moodle is going to work with how this Moodle is going to work with the user-friendly manner and what are the ways you need to follow that I am going to tell you right now. For that, I will show this PDF, the way how Moodle works. Okay. Here you are able to see the step by step in which way Moodle is working. So Moodle, as you are aware, Moodle is an object-oriented dynamic learning environment which is running in open source free software platform in the general public license. And Moodle has a very good option called virtual classroom by using internet. And Moodle has a different options like for teachers as well students, they can create their schedule and they can list out assignments can be done. Online quiz facility, forums can be used, and also you can give the post comments for each and every question that can be done. I will go to the Moodle thing. Once you install the Moodle in your desktop, like directly go to Moodle site, you are able to install Moodle in a very simpler way. Once you have installed, it will asking you to the first step called login your Moodle homepage. So you can give your username and password for the Moodle access. So once you have given your username and password, directly it will go to the dashboard where anyone can work in. To create anything or to develop anything, the dashboard is a platform where you can work and where you can improve and where you can upload all your content. So this is the faculty dashboard what right now you are seeing now. And so the second step is you are going to create a site menu. So how to create the site menu? Site menu is nothing but you are going to create a post. For that creation of post, you are going to give the menu and all. For that, this is the option. Click on site home, and once you click on site home, you will direct it towards the next part, like step 3. Click on the setting option and give turn editing on. Once you have done that, you are able to add a new post or you are able to create a new post. Click on add a new post here. Click on that. Once you have done that, that homepage will appear. So in that homepage, you have to give post full name, post short name, and post category in what is the end date and start date for the particular course. And is there any ID number? You can give that. And you can provide the post summary also. If you want, you can give the post summary also for that particular course you want to create. And also you can give the course description about the course. And so in which layout you want to display the particular section and particular course layout to the students or any other user. So that also you can decide here. You can click on the particular layout and how it looks like. And you can see here what are the options you have. How many number of sections you want to create for the particular course. And you want to hide any section or in which way your course layout. It will be in time series or weekly basis, or it will be in monthly basis, or it will be in unit wise. Like that you can select here. And you can click on appearance. You want to give any color changes that can be done. And you can complete all these things like files, upload, that can be learning material can be uploaded in the files and upload option. And click on save and display. Once you have created a course, the next option is you have to create the users. So you have to create users to utilize or tag your students to access the particular course. So how to create the users? That's very easy. And again, Go to the particular course, click on site administration, and create a users by using the option called upload users. So in this user upload, there are two different things. One is individually you can upload a user, or you can upload the user in the bulk. The bulk, you have a standard format which have been mentioned that itself. That will be in CSV format. So you have to enroll their name, their title, and their number, and if you want their mail ID and their contact number too. Even you can upload their images also for that. That is also option available in the bulk. And if you want to make it for every individual user or every new user you want to add individually, you can add the users also. So that option is always facility here. Okay. Now for a bulk option, this is the template which is already given by the Moodle platform. By using this, you can upload the bulk user page, and this is the preview page. Once you are done, you are able to preview, and you can give the file like you are able to give the credential to the users, whether they are having the option to change the password, or this is a one-time username and password. In future, there cannot be any changes in the profile. So you are giving the facility to the users, like users, listen, students. In part of the changes, they can be done in their login. So for that, you are giving a proper setup here, which is like the setting in page. And once it has been done, and you can upload the users in that way. Upload users. It can be done in a bulk, as I already told you. And you can create a self-registration also, like you can leave registration is also possible, like a single user registration in this way. Once the user profile is created, you will be getting the exact profile like this and site code. Now the third part is you are going to tag the users for a particular course. For that, you are going back to site home, click on the exact course where you want to tag the users, click on the participants, and in that participants you can enroll the users. So bulk in that bulk upload or individual registration. So what are the users who are all the users you have created? All those will be listed here. You have to select and enroll users for the particular course. Once you have enrolled, that notification will directly send to the student, because you have received their email, and you can share the link to the particular student. So directly they will be getting the link to access your course. So you can select the users to access the course. Like this, you can see here, you can enroll the users option. You can add individually also. And this is the third interesting step you should know that. So you are going to add an activity or resource for the particular course. Go to the exact course, select the exact course, click on add an activity or resource. So here what will happen, you can add the activity. That activity may be the online quiz or online assignment, or they can have a polling option, or even you can have online discussion forum. So any activity can be added here. Now we are going to check with how to add quiz questions over here. When you click on add an activity, you are having option to add so many things as what I told you: assignment, chat, choice, database, Excel, forum, glossary, lesson, quiz, like that. Now I click on quiz and add. So once I click on quiz, it will ask for the title, in which quiz it is, a term quiz, or it may be the exam quiz, like that it will ask. So what's the timing you want to give, whether you want to give the grade or points or marks, like that it will ask all those features. You fill out here, and once you give that, you can give the timings and grade also, when the quiz examination has to open and when it has to end. And also you can give a timing, it is a 30 minutes question, 30 minute quiz, or it is a 1 hour quiz, and how many questions you are going to add, what is the mark you want to give. All these details can be filled out here. And this layout will clearly tells you whether you want to shuffle the question from each system to system, and also it gives the option to give the student to review their answers. So all these options can be selected here. Based on that, the student has the option. Like for each and every student has different set of questions by the shuffling board, and they can review their answering pattern also. All these options are available. Once you have done this, please click on save and display. Then that will be there. So once the student has been applied their answers, if they want to review, they could do that. Either you can give the option to edit their quiz, or you can restrict to not to edit the quiz. That's all available here. That is the option it has. And now I will tell you how to add a questions. And once you selected the quiz, it will ask for add option. Click on add, and once you click on add, it will ask for add a single question, add a new question, or you want to add a multiple number of questions. There are two different ways. You can add individually one by one, or you are having set of 20 questions or 30 questions. All those 30 questions can be added by using a single upload in a text format. So how it will be looking like, I will tell you here. So if you are having the option to select it, what kind of question mode you want to give, whether it's a multiple choice or yes or no question, or you want to give a briefing about a particular question, that option is also available here. Click on that, which way you want, whether you can go for multiple question or yes or no question type like that, you can go with it, or you can go for assignment type. You can do all these options here like this, and click on save changes. And once I added the question will appear as shown below here like this. And this option to upload in the bulk also. Here as what I told you. Click on settings. That's the template here. You can upload bulk by using the option called import questions. You have to create all your questions in the text format, and the same thing can be imported by using this import option. Once you have imported, all the questions will appear in this way. So this is the way you can add quiz questions for the students, and you can add assignments also by using that. So this is the format as what I told you. As of now, what we have seen is it's a faculty homepage. Now, how it will look like for the student zone. So for whenever a student looking for a particular access the particular portal, it will be, they have to give their credentials which you have created. They can give the username and password and give a login, and they can direct it towards a particular course, and the activity which you have given to them will be reflected there. They can click on quiz or assignment like whatever you have given, and based on the timing and the notification you have given to them, they will take the quiz. So once they have quiz, it will be looking like this only. They can start attempt and they can answer. Once they have answered, in the right hand side, they are able to see in which time they have completed and what is the mark they have got for the particular question. If they have answered or not answered, all this information will be displayed in the front and left panel and the right panel. It is displayed, and they can click on submit and finish. Once they are given that, immediately the teacher can view the result of a particular student, or they can take the whole class results even without any further delay. A fraction of minutes, faculty is able to extract the overall result of the particular quiz program. So it's very easy to take and export, and within a fraction of second they have able to analyze which question is very toughest for them, who has appeared for that particular quiz, in which way, whether the content has been extensively deliberated to the student group or not, and what is the understanding level of the particular students, that can also be tracked by using this graphical visualization here like that. For that, the teacher will click on, they will go to their administrative mode, click on results. In the result will be clear in that way with in two different formats, even in table or even in Excel format, we are able to export, and also we are able to take it in a graphical format, right? Like this way, you can take an Excel format like. And in order to add an assignment, the same procedure, you can give an assignment by using add an activity or resource. Click on that, your assignment can be added here. Like you are able to add all your assignments here like this. Okay. Here also you can set a deadline for them, in which time they have to submit, and what is the deadline, and what other things can be added, what is the grading point for them, everything can be defined here. Based on that, you will be getting the results for this also. Submitting. Once they are submitted, you will be the teacher will get notification who are all submitted, who are all not submitted. The option is also available, and that notification is sent to student as well as the faculty, and it can be graded in an effective way as what we told you. This is the assignment preview and report to your submission assignment when it has been submitted, who has submitted, at what time and all you are able to take, and you can give the grade for that too. So these are the options we have. You can review the assignment also. If you want to make review, that is also possible here. You can review the assignments also. So this is the way you can work with Moodle for different purpose, not only for sharing the material. You can add a discussion forum. You can relate the students for your classes, and you can relate examples for your course content in a different platforms that can be shared among the student community, and also having a very good option to engage the students to have online learning at any time from their desktop itself. So this model, we thought that it's very complex and very tough to use. It was the older that was even 6 months before we thought Moodle is very difficult to use, but right now it's very easy to use because now the versions are very much user friendly and very interactive, and it can be used for in a very extensive way. The way how we are going to make use of this Moodle, it's up to us. The student as well as the faculty both are having their own leverages to work with Moodle. Try to explore, and do you have any clarifications? We are happy to answer. So make effective use of several online learning platforms. Moodle is fundamental. Thank you. All the best.